Hey y'all, welcome back. All right, let's go in and divide it. Let's go ahead and dive in. I should really stop the recording, but since I'm a G, I'm not gonna do that. Let's see what the Holy Spirit has for the collective. The cards are all upright and in order by way of major arcana. Divine Holy Spirit, what do you have for the collective? What does collective need to know and be made aware of at this time? All right, let's see what we have in store. All right, so I heard trying time and I heard crucial. Mass, something about mass. I heard about 3 different things at once. Okay, so trigger warning. This is what I heard. I heard mass suicide. Yeah, I don't like to start out that way at all, guys, but this is me not wanting to hold back on what I'm receiving. I heard despair. All right, Spirit, thank you for the messages. Okay, so I heard I heard involvement, and then I was asking what kind of involvement, and then I heard government involvement. And I don't know whose soil that is on, like in regards to country. I don't know right now, or if I'll ever know, but I'll give you everything I'm receiving. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, subscription to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and for your donations. I appreciate it. I'll just pull these out. All right, y'all. Okay, a couple cards fell out on the floor. Let me grab those, but you all can see for yourself. We have the 9 of Swords in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. Now, these 2 cards flew out in 2 different areas just now, but this is how they landed on the floor. All right, y'all. Oh, so the 9 of Swords is not in the reverse. Sorry, y'all. It is in the upright. I heard tantalizing. So you guys, listen. This is what I'm getting. It's gonna sound strange, but there's some sort of sweetness here. There's a sweetness with this pain energy. So I have my eyes closed right now because I need to harness the strength to be able to get through this reading. But like, we can talk everything about weird obsessions, and then people who like pain because it's pleasurable to them. So, after them going through bouts of having, hard situations throughout their life or their journey, it's like them becoming, like that being like a fragrance to them. Like the hardships of life and love and connecting with others. It's always been a path of heartbreak is what it's feeling like. So it's almost as if it became like a sweet taste to them. I'm getting a reference of candy, like when you have a craving for something sweet. This is how this is coming across. So in this doing, it's like a collective that's forming that enjoy the same kind of pleasurable pain. And they're finding each other. And I opened my eyes a while ago, but I was looking everywhere else. But as soon as I put eyes on the table after mentioning finding others, I went right toward this card, the Three of Pentacles. That was the connection. Spirit, tell me more about this Three of Pentacles, please. So I'm hearing support group. I mean, but this, you guys, this is not your typical, you know, you think of a support group when you're supposed to come out on the other side better than how you entered in. But this type of support group, I'm seeing, okay, so I'm getting dark web energy. I've never been on the dark web. I don't even know how to get there. Even when people hint to stuff about the dark web, I'm not attracted to that. So I don't go prodding and looking for information. I don't do it. But this is giving me dark web energy. Because I'm hearing elusive. So that would be hidden. And then I also heard exclusive. That's the word, exclusive. But the EX is prominent. So this isn't going to, you think of exclusive, that means like it's only limited to a certain amount of people and, it's not for everybody. Only certain people can get in. Okay, we got that understanding. But the EX in front of it, meaning X, that means they've been separated from the masses or the norm or whatever. So this is like their inclusion. This is their space that's hidden. Let's see what's under the Three of Pentacles, y'all. So from the beginning, I was just seeing like a Caucasian young man. He's not built like, there's no efforts in like working out to build their body up. It's just kind of this they're not even sluggish. It's just they just kind of blend in, but that there's something, I don't want to say off about them, but you look at them and you say, man, that person's really going through, or they're really sad, because you never see them smile. And even if it's like a smile that they have to put on, you can still see through the smile that that's not a real smile. That's not genuine. So it's like that this person has worn this same face like from the beginning. So that just lets me know that there's been like, okay, so when I was talking about just the consistency of heartbreak through their journey, just consistent basis. That's where that was coming from. So with the Three of Pentacles, they finally found acknowledgement in this quote unquote support group. But it's also giving them value. So the value they couldn't find outside of this exclusive group, they're definitely honed and tapped into this particular darkness. And they love it. Now they feel a sense of worth in this group. And I'm feeling like with the Three of Pentacles, this is probably the first time they've ever found, like a job placement. So if this person never had a job, because they were just kind of kept in the dark, however that is, it could be physically, it could be mentally, or that was just their thing. They're like a walking zombie. They have really, they have no emotions there. They don't know what it's like to feel happy. They're just kind of monotoned throughout like their entire life. So this is probably the first time that they've had some sort of position. So this is letting me know that this is a network. This is definitely, okay, cult. Okay, I just heard the word cult. I don't ever use that word, but that's what I heard just now. So this is like a community organization, like underground. You wouldn't know about this because they don't want you to know, but they're able to receive stipend or pay for whatever it is that they do. But this is somebody who was like a molded type of character, but now that they found where they belong, it's like that's when they are able to come into full body experience with this group. The quotes, end quotes, are flying, y'all. So if I'm thinking of like an organization, like underground even, I mean, it's like it's a network. It's almost as if you get to go down into the ground to this exclusive, you know, community, and see they have shopping centers. They may not have vehicles, but you know, they could go into the store and shop, but it's underground. It's like nobody's supposed to know about this but them. This is what I'm getting here. So they have merchants, so they need people to run the store. They need a checkout person. They need somebody to buy the goods to put in the store. But this is the positions or the jobs or these titles that these people hold, because you definitely have, by way of like like the president of the organization, and of course their right-hand man, and then they're here supervising the workers, and these workers are happy to work. They're happy to show off their best gifts and skills and intellects. But however, because this person in normal life circumstances, they just seem like a dud, but they're not. I was just shown like a Clark Kent character. You know how Superman in the daytime or whatever that was, before he converted over to his red and blue suit, saving lives, he was like a Joe Schmo. He wore glasses. He probably had the band, you know, the band in between, like on the frame, because the glasses were broken or whatever. It's given like nerd, like you would not even know the capabilities and the power of this person or these people. Y'all, this is a lot. This is a lot coming off of this Three of Pentacles, and then the channeling energy combined with that. So I just heard they all want to go when I looked at this Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Y'all, I know this is far-fetched. It sounds really out there because, you know, I never anticipated this reading ever, or beginning like this, or this was never on, like, you know, my frame of reference, but here it is. All right, let's see what's behind the Three of Pentacles. All right, we have the Knight of Wands reverse. So in that time of whatever that just was, I was thinking dark web energy again with this Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands, and then obviously I know the Chariot is right underneath. I just don't want to, you know, I don't want to get into that energy just yet. But, you know, I'm just kind of, it's leading me there because it's giving me underground energy. Look how the cards were positioned. It's giving me guardianship with these two Sphinx figures that's only represented right now for me for the Chariot. It's giving me Knight of Wands reverse having two different lives under that dark web energy. You know, that whole Clark Kent changing over from, you know, the Joe Schmo who fumbles and trips over stuff, and, you know, they seem weird kind of, so people leave them alone. Not like a weird, like be afraid of them weird, but just like, you know, they have nothing going on that does, you know, will require my attention, so let me just leave them be, you know, that's it. But then you don't realize the superpowers, that the superpowers are now being used and valued and understood in this Three of Pentacles cult energy, underground, dark web. There's a whole community here. This is guardianship with the Sphinx here. All right, y'all, let's move on. I got plenty of cards here, y'all. I heard ex-wives club. I don't know what that means just now. Just yet, just now, whatever. Y'all, I'm trying to come to terms with this energy. I don't know what the ex-wives club is. I mean, I can, sound it out and think of it that way, but there seems to be a deeper meaning with that, and I just don't know right now. Or I'm just flooded. I'm a bit overwhelmed, actually. So it's hard for me to take different segmented things right now because I'm still trying to navigate my way through this energy so I can move on. So I'm being drawn back to this Nine of Swords, you guys. This could be like a mother in agony. This is a mother who knows that they lost control of their child, or they lost touch with who they know or have known to be their child, but is no longer. So what this means to me now is the mother or family members or whoever this is sitting up at night who can't sleep, who's, the child doesn't come home anymore, or the child left and has not come back. They're experiencing these, where is he? What did I do wrong? How did this happen? What did I do to deserve this? This is this mother. I'm seeing a mother figure here in this Nine of Swords energy. But this is like at middle that this child is no more. Even though they're physically still here, it's not the child that they knew them to be. So this child is someone else now. Let's get into these cards, y'all. I have the World card reverse. Spirit, tell me more about this World card reverse. So I just heard Underground Kingdom. I mean, that's basically what we're getting to now, but it just seemed like we just got a little insight here into what is really this operation here, this underground thing that's going on. And I'm hearing it's growing. Or it's about to grow. What is that? Okay, so I was brought back to the mass icide. I don't want to say it, y'all. I don't want to say it. But that's going to be some sort of growth for this organization. So it obviously it could be the act of sacrifice. That's obvious, right? I mean, because we are talking about demonic influence here. I told you about the guardians to the underground. And notice I didn't even have to, I didn't even position the cards to reveal the full Chariot, because it's almost as if that's all I needed to know out of this Chariot energy, which the Chariot is straightforward. It's like mission. Someone on a mission. So back to the energy of possibly a sacrifice, and then it being growth for this community, organization, cult, underground, dark web, operation, whatever this is, y'all. All right, behind the World card reverse, because there's a good chunk of cards here, y'all. We have the Five of Wands reverse. So, I mean, this is definitely chaos. Chaos and conflict. I'm hearing something about a world order. So, you think of a term like New World Order or World Order period. That just means that, someone's at the heightened experience of things are about to change, and it's because of our doing. We're flipping this whole situation around to benefit us. That's what I'm getting with this Five of Wands reverse. Okay, behind that we have the Eight of Wands. So it's whatever it is, it's fast moving action here. It's fast moving chaos. It's fast moving results. Whatever the results, the anticipation of, how they're getting to it, the organization of, it's happening very quickly. Behind the Eight of Wands, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So the world order energy is coming back now. And then, you know, I happen to look here at the bottom of the world card. Never do I ever use the wordings because I know the cards, but I see the world word after I say that, or right before, at the same time, it was right there. So this financial collapse is to benefit someone else, or either prohibit this organization or this group by way of this mass icide energy and the dark web combined with that. And because I am absent of information with this whole thing, I've not read any research on the dark web, so I don't have a lot to go off here other than what I'm tapping into. So I can understand it may sound vague, but that's what I have, and that's what I'm being given. So I heard transmission or transmittal, which would be the same thing, right? So there's an exchange. There's some sort of exchange here. Well, I mean, that would be sacrificial energy. Yeah. Makes sense. Golly, y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I'm going to keep going here. All right, so behind the Ace of Pentacles reverse is the Six of Pentacles. But okay, so obviously I'm hearing financial balance. Where it was imbalance, it's coming to terms, to where somebody's going to be appropriate or reappropriate, whatever that is. But then my first question was like, for who? Like who? I mean, it seems like we're kind of nestled in this. Okay, so I heard repercussion. So repercussion, does that mean like backfire energy? Like it's not going to pan out how they planned it, or whoever this organization, cult energy? So I'm hearing catalyst, and I also heard counterfeit. What the hell are we talking about, y'all? No disrespect, Spirit, but because we're talking about a mother, and I had the reference of the son. They lost their son to this cult. So counterfeit is apparent right now. So are we talking a cult who, oh, yep. Let me put the cards down. Here we go. You see the Pentacles, right? So I did mention underground people had jobs, right? So is one of the jobs printing money? I mean, that's seems like that's where this is floating, y'all. The mass icide energy, I have to be held accountable as a as the reader. Something so strong as that, I just need to know that I just need clarity on that. And that's what's bothering me. So I heard captured. Y'all really don't know if I want to keep going, but I know I can't back out. I cannot back out of this. Help me, Holy Ghost. What is this? I heard India just now, like the country India. So this mother, I'm hearing, has lost her child to the system, quote unquote. I heard terrified with this Nine of Swords. Let me keep going, y'all. All right, so behind the six, I have no idea what this is, y'all, where we're headed with this. Behind the Six of Pentacles, we have the Ace of Cups. So after something's done, okay, so after this mass icide, whatever that is, you know, it, what really was set up to be a sacrifice looks like it's going to backfire. But then it's going to be a whole campaign about something here. So it's like public apology or something with politics here with this Ace of Cups. Because that is the counteraction to the sacrifice. So I'm getting an energy of something being covered up. But then there was the underground reference here. So if they're on top to come in and appease and change everybody's mind about things, about what just happened, that was the sacrifice. I heard gifted. I'm going to tell y'all what I'm struggling with the most right now. It's not even a struggle. It's just I need to be an awesome communicator right now because this is serious. I'm in between physical and metaphysical right now. And then where things lie at. Like, is it a physical underground or is this metaphorically an underground? You know? Is the suicide physical? Like I heard mass suicide. Is it physical? Like actually like that going to happen? Or is it metaphorically? But I feel like it's just a toss up in between two realities. Physical and the metaphorical, metaphysical. Whatever it is, y'all, you have somebody who didn't fit into society, but they found their little group, which actually I heard stan. So a stan that has a reference for obsession, someone who's obsessed with someone or something. So they found their little tribe here by way of a cult, an underground situation dealing with the dark web energy to where they have a job, they have a position. Now, mom's over here in agony because she feels like she's lost her child. I felt particular son. I saw a Caucasian male that did like this Clark Kent interpretation from Clark Kent to Superman energy because they're able to finally utilize their powers. Because this is somebody who's quiet. I told you, this is somebody off the radar. You didn't pay them no mind. It's like one of those, like, yep, that's... What's your name again? Yeah. Oh, okay. Charlie. Yeah, that's Charlie. You know? Yeah. Okay. Moving on. That's the energy. But Charlie found and acquired a position in a cult. Very underground, dark web energy here. All right, y'all. So behind the Ace of Cups, I feel like this is a very public apology. You know, I was getting media. I've been seeing Nancy Pelosi. I've been seeing a clip of her just kind of awkwardly walk up some steps across the stage in these heels that she knows she has no business wearing because they're making her look like a crypt keeper when she walks. you know, like very like, you know, I don't know. I keep seeing that. And this, I don't, you know, I don't want to turn anything political. I'll mention politics or something like that, like a broad reference. But for me to call out a specific name and something that I'm, you know, I'm seeing just flash in my mind on repeat, I mean, I have to call it out. But this is no target against her. I don't know nothing about her. I don't care to. I don't care about any of that. Because it's all staged anyway. I don't care. But that I will mention. So this is like her behind the podium issuing some sort of apology. If that. Or it could even be on her mind to want to apologize for something. And she wants to do it publicly, but she can't. You know? That's kind of what's going on here. All right, y'all. Behind the Ace of Cups, we have the King of Swords reverse. My stomach just did a alley-oop when I saw and felt this King of Swords. I appreciate y'all's patience. Like this is really, I'm feeling like, why did this land on my desk? Why? Why? But okay. All right, Spirit. And I said in the beginning, why I said that I know now, because I said I'm a G. I said I should. In the beginning of this reading, I said, because it was so close to the beginning, I could have easily transitioned to a new video because I hadn't even said my hellos yet, pretty much. And I didn't, because I said I'm a G. This has nothing to do with me, but it's just a responsibility on the table right now for me to get this message out. That's all. That's all, y'all. That's all. I'm going to get some clarifiers, y'all, because I feel like I need a break in this. Spirit, please clarify the energies on the table. Let the cards fall as they may. And thank you. As I try to get ready to position or square up with this King of Swords reverse to see what the F is up with them, right? Because I'm like, it's like having to walk in the room and face this King of Swords. But it's like after all of that, it's like, can I just go grab a drink of water? Like I need to leave the presence of the energy of what I just came out of, you know, find myself and then ask for protection and step back in. And now we can talk to this King of Swords. You see what I'm saying? He's in the reverse at that. So he's not happy to be here. And then knowing that he has to come up against, you know, an enlightened one or someone who could see right through them and makes them crystal clear, transparent. So he's really up in his feelings. It has defense up. There's a guard up here. All right, clarifiers, y'all. We didn't even get over here yet, but I'm going to go ahead and... I didn't even want to get over here yet. Okay, so we will. So I had okay, we're just taking a break, y'all, from this King of Swords reverse. We're going to jump over here to this Knight of Swords reverse. There is something coming in here. There's something coming in. But this one, when the Knight of Swords is in reverse, the expedition of it all is not providing clarity for this person or whatever they're about to enter into. It's like going to disrupt things and make things worse is what's going on here. So, you know, we already have the clarifiers here. So let's go ahead and see. I turned them over. The first one was this occupation. So somebody's coming in because they have a job to do. They're supposed to come in and disturb or disrupt something that's going on. It's their job, or they've made it their mission or their job to do this. They've been sent because they're the best ones to do it, whoever this Knight of Swords reverse is. Now, what we have here is extra clarifiers are the concern card, the false person, and the journey. We have one more. I'm going to go ahead and turn that over so we can get the full picture. And then we have wealthy man here. So somebody's interjecting because they can. It's almost as if they know that they need to come in and cause this disturbance because they can and they want to. But this feels personal. This feels like they really feel like they could interject themselves. No matter if there are guards at the door, no matter if, they're risking their lives to do it. But I feel like them being the wealthy man, they have support. There's something supporting them. It could be financial support, or either them feeling like because they are the wealthy man that they can do this. There's something carrying. I'm hearing an agent. There's something carrying this Knight of Swords reverse energy into a situation. Could possibly be this organization. So this even feels like, since I said it's personal, it could be like exposure for things done against them in the past to now it's their opportunity to come in and seize, or to take power, take control. But because a false person is here, it kind of feels like they didn't actually show that, one day they would do this, or they possibly did not show that they still were kind of revengeful, or, they could plan an attack if they wanted to, but no, you're good. I'm not going to do that to you. That was possibly the sentiment. You did me wrong, but I'm a chill. But they're not chilling. They totally lied about that. Or maybe they just made it seem as if they were chilling, and they weren't. But they're on their way, journey card, because it's going to do something for them. It's going to change a course of direction for them. Possibly they're in some heat right now, and this is like the perfect crackdown for them to be a part of, that's going to relieve. I'm hearing alleviate. So maybe remove them from some sort of chain. I heard chain reaction. So I'm being brought back to the reference of the Caucasian kid. He's not kid. I mean, he's in his early 20s possibly. But I feel like they're the source. They're the ones that have. That would be our connection collective. Not that we know this person, but we had to have someone out of this. I'm telling you, this is exclusive. No one's supposed to know about this. That's not part of this. I heard chapter, but I referred to it as a cult because that's the word I was given. But a chapter, so I'm hearing exonerated. So possibly it's just a group, or it was started by a group, or it's led by a group, or a lot of these people just have been exonerated. Well, expectation fell out on top of this cult energy. So possibly there is an there's been some sort of opening. I'm just seeing like a small hole to where what was underground dark kept hidden. There's a hole now of a little bit of glimmer of light shining onto this Operation Cult energy. So just to me, that just means somehow there's a spotlight. But by way of that Caucasian kid, what I was trying to say, that was our connection. We may not even know who this is, but we had to be able to connect and identify with something that just was like, yeah, there is this, these people are kind of quiet, in the neighborhood, or your coworker, whoever this has to do with. But you never kind of wondered about them, because it was one of those things that, like, there's nothing spectacular that would draw my attention to them. So, moving on. They've just always been under the radar, but there was nothing there to kind of pull you in to say, hey, so how's there was no conversation, because this person was like monotoned their entire life. So it was them, like soulless even. All right, y'all. So let's walk back into the room with this King of Swords. Y'all ready? Well, we have poverty at the bottom of the deck. I'm just seeing that. So that's the bottom of the clarifying deck. It's 3 and 7's 10. That's completion. So, you know, we do have pentacles out here for a certain reason and purpose. I even have one over here I haven't even touched yet. All right, so I just heard wealth transfer with this poverty energy, and then I'm considering the pentacles. You know, what I just, you know, talked about, what we just covered here. Wealth transfer. All right, so King of Swords. What's going on with the King of Swords reverse, Spirit? All right, so all I heard was tyrant, and this one's like, he's like breathing fire. This one, he has no words. It's like all the talking is over. So that makes me feel like somebody's ready to push the button, whatever that means. Whatever commander-in-chief, ain't no more talking. It's like that one button, that one red button right there, they're right here. And it's like, if you move wrong, if you look at me wrong, if you breathe wrong, then lights out. That's this King of Swords. So this is someone's commander-in-chief here. So here we go with the political energy, y'all. All right, let me get through this, y'all. Okay. Let me leave these cards here and let's keep going. So behind this King of Swords reverse, I'm hearing brace yourself. So I don't know if that's for me as the reader or what's to come, because they got, you know, they're trigger happy right now, possibly with that red button. Because, you know, a red button is nukes. This has to do with nukes, nuke energy. Nuke energy is what's coming up, y'all. Nuke is short for nuclear. And on my community board around 4th of July or something, I kept saying 911. So I was asking Spirit, what's the emergency? And the response I heard was nuclear. So here we are. That was maybe 2 months ago or a month ago. I don't know. But, I didn't question it. I'm like, okay. All right. Behind this King of Swords reverse, Temperance. The King of Swords reverse wants balance. That's why they're not talking. They're just going to show you and bring forth balance. Because obviously something isn't right. It's not right because the King of Swords is in the reverse. They're used to having control. But then somebody comes to test that. They end up in the reverse because they have everything mapped out, planned out. It's been this way for centuries, years, whatever. It's been that way for a long time. And this King of Swords, it's their duty to maintain this. But somebody's coming to test them or has been testing them. And they're about to push that button. But it's going to bring forth balance on the behalf of you and me. The wealth transfer. Behind balance, y'all, we have the 7 of Cups. So, I mean, this 7 of Cups is about confusion. I mean, it's tied to emotions, but Spirit, what does this have to do with balance and this King of Swords reverse? So I'm hearing that, the King of Swords is just not someone that you mess with. But obviously, we would know that with the sentiment of the energy behind this card. But the 7 of Cups lets me know that, the temperament of this person is like, okay, when it's good, you still are kind of like, I better not step out of line. Even when people are laughing and celebrating, it's like, but I still better not step out of line. I still better not move funny. That's what the 7 of Cups is giving me. And this is based on past histories. And when I say histories, and I mentioned centuries earlier, this is a lifelong legacy that has to be with whatever nation or land that we're speaking of right now. And I mean, I could tell you, but I'm not trying to, I'm not even, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to mention. I don't want to mention. I don't. Because it just seems like they have a long history of this dictatorship. These people are afraid to move in their own being. And this is why. This King of Swords reversed with the Seven of Cups. All right, behind the Seven of Cups, y'all, we have the Nine of Wands. These people are afraid. It's like they want something to happen, but it's like you're not going to hear it from them. But they want change. But they're sitting back waiting for the 10. And this 9 of Wands, they're sitting back waiting for this 10 of Wands completion of actions, energy to arrive. But you're not going to hear it from them. Because the 9 of Wands is giving me so many family members have suffered. But I'm not even talking about, this is all about tradition, you guys. This is heavily influenced on tradition. Because this is going back lineages in people's families, people that are a part of this community, this, I'm getting a C word, communism. People who are behind this, they've watched their parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, they heard stories about, you know, their greats, how they suffered under this dictatorship. But you're not going to get them to do anything about it because they can't. They cannot. Because they know, I told you the sentiment with this King of Swords. They know how this goes. Their families know how this goes. You don't play your cards right because you don't even get any cards to play. You don't have no cards. This King of Swords has your cards and they play your cards for you. All right, behind the 9 of Wands, y'all, we have the King of Wands. So this King of Wands, let's see what's going on with the King of Wands, y'all. Spirit, what is this King of Wands energy? I feel like the King of Wands and them even having their back to this dictator. I feel like this is giving me like moving them out of Jerusalem energy, or moving them to Jerusalem or out of Jerusalem. I need to find out why that was presented to me. Because this King of Wands is giving me leader energy, but I don't know if they're leading away from and if they're taking others with them, or if they're going to be the catalyst for the protection of these people in the 9 of Wands. So I'm hearing the word stability. Y'all don't know why we've come this far and have had all of this dialogue of energy coming through, yet I'm still going to post the video, but I just am not sure what's happening, but I'm going with it, not doubting spirit and what I'm receiving. Somebody needs to know this. Or we as a community just need to be made aware of what potentially is happening behind the scenes, even though, you know, some of us may not be part of this. You know, and the whole thing is we never receive the true story anyway if we leave it up to media. They're not telling the truth. I mean, they'll tell you like a half-assed decorated part truth, but behind the scenes it's like that's none of your business. Spirit, tell me more about this King of Wands, please. All right, so I was looking at the wealthy man, y'all. Here it is. Here's the connection. So that wealthy man energy, somebody who feels like, you know, they can do something about it, and they're coming in this expedited energy by way of this Knight of Swords. But you know, the King of Wands is action oriented. And then the Knight of Swords is notorious in the reverse for not being well thought out. But this is action, y'all. Like, ain't no more thinking about nothing. I don't have to worry about anything is what this Knight of Swords reverse is giving me. Like, I don't need to concern myself with that. This is a mission I need to carry out, and I have to do it. So the false person energy by way of this wealthy man, false person. So, you know, being on a mission such as this, they couldn't show that side of them feeling, oh, remember when so when I said something about, this person feeling like they would never get a vengeance, or they couldn't show it. So that's the reason why. So yeah, they are showing up as a false person, but it's going to benefit these people in the Nine of Wands, but it's going to curse this entire operation here. Because this King of Wands is taking a stand to free his people. That was the freeing energy with the Jerusalem, leading the people out of Jerusalem, whatever that is, or into Jerusalem. I don't know if they were coming or going, but he needed to get his people out of the way of harm's way. Because possibly they even, I guess, in the Bible, that would mean they received instructions to do this. I say they, but that was it Moses? I don't know, y'all. Whoever was given the instructions to move their people out of harm's way. I feel like that was so many people in the Bible. But this one in particular, I mentioned Jerusalem. So whoever that is, it had to do with Jerusalem. I'm hearing, let my people go. I guess that's Moses. Yeah. Wow. Y'all, what did we get into? Okay, one more card, y'all. One more card here. We have the Five of Pentacles. So, Five of Pentacles is, what I'm seeing with this? Some people are mad about this, but that would make sense if they've been under a communism sort of state for years, and families and traditions and generations. Of course, they're going to be upset that somebody came along and chose to take a stand and move people to a better land or better situation or whatever this is from under this King of Swords reverse dictatorship. Because I have to look at it that way, because their back is turned to the King of Swords. But you're still going to have people that are upset because they're going to be forced to move out of what they've always known. Because, that could mean a demolishment of the land. So maybe their home was destroyed and they were like, we had it good. We were under this communism, capitalism, whatever. But now we have nowhere to go. So there are going to be these people who are going to be disgruntled behind this, even though this was a major, rewarding, lifelong effort for lifetimes of generations to come. You're still going to have people who are going to be salty about it, because they were fine being held captive against their will in their own country. All right, y'all. Yeah, so that's what I have for you. I hope this helps.